If I use the wrong pillow, I might have trouble getting out of bed. My hair grows in my ears and nose now more than on my head. As a kid, to me, ancient history was something like World War I. But I arrived close to that time than this year as I sing this song. And I'm starting to find I can wrap my mind around life is brief and dear. I can hardly believe my baby girl's turned 26 this year.
Whoa.
For a little while it seems you got time to choose your dreams. Pretty soon you look around and you'll see, everybody, 100 years ain't what it used to be. Before you know it, you're 63, making plans for Medicare A and B. You look around yourself and you see 100 years ain't what it used to be.
Gabe.
monkey
Let's
hits
go,
the
Gabe.
button.
Joe?
I'm waiting to be told.
I'm rolling.
Josh Arnold, investment consultant, brings you Garage Logic podcast number 1684, December 19th, 2025. Second day in a row for 1923, hosting your record high temperature. 52 degrees on this day in 1923 and 29 below on this day in 1983. Call Josh Arnold at 952-925-5608 for a free 48-minute consultation.
Hail the flashlight king.
And now, from the mayor's office above the boathouse on the east shore of Spoon Lake, it's Garage Logic with Chris Reavers manning Technology Corner, Kenny Olson from the Krabby Coffee Shop, John Haidt in the newsroom, and of course, the Rookie. Here is your flashlight king, fireworks commissioner, and the keeper of common sense, your mayor, Joe Soucheray.
Have we reached the point in the fraud story where Walz should at least be offered placement in the witness protection program? Should he at least be in hiding? It's truly incredulous what's taking place. Here from the American Experiment are just some of the programs: Feeding Our Future, Partners in Nutrition, Child Care Assistance, 13 separate Medicaid frauds, autism clinics, housing stabilization services, unemployment insurance, addiction, application, supplemental nutritional deals, SNAP, and others. We're at $1.5 billion, with Joe Thompson estimating that as much as half of the $18 billion billed through state programs is going to end up being tied to fraud. And I seriously, I'm genuine when I say I don't want to pay my taxes. I work my ass off, and I'm writing these people checks, and it's been handled incompetently. I've been treated poorly along with every other Minnesotan. We have suffered the indignation of having the worst possible human being serve as governor of this state, and we all have been fleeced and robbed, if there's a distinction between fleeced and robbed. And I know it's naive. I know it's unreasonable. We have to pay our taxes because why? We're law-abiding citizens. We're the ones who keep this thing going.
Right.
But we need a complete cleaning of house at the state capitol. It's horrible. We even now have a new term. We have tourism fraud. We've got people looking at Minnesota who think these people are so stupid and they're governed so poorly. Let's run out there and list ourselves as a company and start picking up money. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm more convinced. Well, why isn't this guy in hiding or in a witness protection program?
He sure does get a pass.
And this disingenuous BS that they made sure to print on the front page of the Walz newspaper today is absolutely an embarrassment. You've got Joe Thompson and federal prosecutors announcing these new charges. Every day we look under a rock and find another $50 million fraud scheme. Joe Thompson said the magnitude of the fraud in Minnesota cannot be overestimated. It's staggering amounts of money that have been lost. It's industrial strength fraud. Thompson couldn't cite specifics on how much of the $18 billion is fraudulent, saying the answer is far too much. Thompson announced charges against 6 people yesterday he said have defrauded 2 programs: Housing Stabilization Services, which assist people with finding and maintaining housing, and an early autism intervention program. In total, they reportedly stole more than $11.6 million in Medicaid funds. The other thing that should alert Minnesotans, especially you prematurely gray-haired 42-year-old euphorians, these people don't give a bleep about the people that truly need help. They don't give a bleep. They were more concerned on equity, redistributing income, than they were about helping people. Mm-hmm. Walls, you should be in hiding. Now, Walls says, where did I read his quote? Oh, this is exactly the type of strong action we need from prosecutors to ensure fraudsters are put behind bars, Governor Tim Walz said. This infuriating greed and criminal activity is why we took action earlier this year to shut down the housing stabilization services and hire an outside firm. Why? You couldn't trust your own people? To audit these programs and stop payments to fraudulent providers. No more disingenuous BS has ever been uttered by an elected official. This is an outrage. It's criminal. The guy should go away, be put in prison, something. Witness protection program.
He's a champion gaslighter. I've never seen more gaslighting from one person.
This is absolutely... Just when we think we can't say enough, or just when we think we haven't seen enough, we see Joe Thompson's previous remarks coming true. Because if you'll note and think back on his quotations following news conferences, he has always said, we're just at the tip of the iceberg here. We have no idea how much this will ultimately be. And it turns out probably every single program in the state of Minnesota is riddled with fraud. Every single one.
Now,
the whole thing is rotten.
How can you not think that?
And the other problem again, and this is what we keep telling Republican hopefuls. Yes, the fraud is horrendous. But one of the things that will help prevent this in the future is there are just too damn many programs. And none of them are helping people who need help. And it's not plausible that suddenly every other kid born on the planet has autism. There's been no checks and balances. There's been no vetting. We all know the reasons for the fraud. Walz has allowed it to happen. Then he comes out with this drivel that this fraud newspaper was anxious to put on the front page. What utter BS this is. We have been victimized. Minnesotans have been treated more poorly than the citizens of any other state in this once grand union. And I sure as hell wish there was a way we didn't have to pay our taxes until these idiots clean up the mess they've made.
God, the number. They can't even get their arms around it.
But unfortunately, if we did that, the vulnerable would be even more
right.
Vulnerable.
What you need to help the vulnerable is competency.
Yeah.
An actual concern, not this BS.
Honesty.
There's been no honesty in this administration.
No. Nothing but hypocrisy.
There's been no caring. There's been
deceit.
No concern for people.
There's been duplicity.
The news piece I saw this morning, Joe Thompson was speaking, and they were talking about this extensive nature of this particular new unearthed fraud. And do you know where the FBI was carrying boxes out of?
Where?
It was a single, like one of those strip mall office things.
Yeah, those are big.
Next to a Coburn's.
Right.
Oh my God.
This office was the size of this studio.
Nobody in this state took care of the people of this state. And I
nothing
hope
against
to God
Coburn's.
you people wake up. We have been robbed.
Yeah.
And we have to continue to send in our paychecks because we follow the law. We follow the law, and we're treated poorly. And I don't know what it's going to take to get to the bottom of it because we are not at the bottom of it. This is not the bottom of it. There is a mastermind. There is a professional ring. This is organized. Minnesota was carefully chosen. They had the right dunce in the governor's office. They had maybe a right player in Congress. Something is yet to be revealed. that should knock us all on our feet
What do
if
you-
this doesn't.
What do you suspect?
I suspect fraud that reaches the highest levels of government.
More and more people are calling for his resignation. People from his
Yeah, but
side
then
of
you're
the
stuck
aisle.
with that
Just for a few months.
woman who has a picture of a knife on her shirt. That complete. She's part of this. Anybody in this administration, in fact, I'll say it, everybody in this administration, except the whistleblowers, are guilty. How could they not be? Is Flanagan so obtuse and so out of touch that she didn't know anything about it?
How come she's getting a pass too? By the way,
We are the. Do you know that on certain websites now, national websites, Minnesota has its own category with about 4 or 5 stories of the day's latest roundup of fraud in Minnesota.
Congrats to
We've
us.
arrived.
We're big time. We're big time.
You know, what is the beef between Walz and Flanagan all about anyway?
She
Do we-
redid the governor's.
She
That's
was
right.
starting to measure the office for curtains.
Yes.
Are you
She pulled a
sure?
Nancy Reagan.
Now, are you sure that's what it's about?
What are you
Or is that-
suspecting?
Is
No,
that what
it-
they want you to believe?
Who's the guy that said, "I'm in charge now"?
Alexander Haig.
Alexander Haig. She pulled kind of a Haig.
Secretary of
You know,
State.
the more he was gone, the more she said, "I'm in charge now."
John,
He resented that.
how do you like that conspiracy? I'm pretty proud of myself for that one.
Just kind of throwing that
You
out
didn't
there
say
to see
anything
if
at
anybody
all.
would bite.
I did that for your benefit.
No.
Yeah.
I accidentally said Coburn's. I meant a Carboni's pizza. That's what I meant to say.
What's Coburn's?
It's a grocery store, but I meant to say Carboni's. But it was so funny because there was 7 FBI agents hauling boxes and boxes of documents out of this basically small apartment.
Go to this fake bus company in Roseville.
Same thing.
By the way, did you pass that?
I have a.
You have an update?
I do have an update. It was just sent to me today. This is a picture of the said building on 62, right between
You got to tell us what you're
Lexington-
talking about. We don't know.
Showing a picture. What's it called? Mendota.
Mendota Child Daycare Center and Golden Adult Daycare. It's the address.
It looks like that might be a legitimate one.
Well, it's 1044, and what is the address there? 1044.
Well, it'd be Highway 62 or whatever the service road
It's
is.
Dakota Drive.
Okay, but the point is what?
The point is, this says photo of the daycare center off of 62. It's on Dakota Drive. Technically, can't find a website for either of these businesses.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
So
Did
it's
that person get out and look in the window? Have you?
when I,
That's
when
what I asked you to
When
do.
I drove by it yesterday, there was not one light on. I didn't have time to get out of my car, but there was not one light on. For
They here at night.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're gone.
That was one of the greatest things told to Jay Coles. He's at a child daycare center, and some lady pulls up in an Escalade, and Coles says, "Well, there's nobody here. They here at night."
Right. That's when they get the
Okay,
daycare.
thank you. Yeah, that's great.
It closed in October? Possibly.
What?
This thing closed in October, possibly. We're verifying that.
Well, again, for all of the people who think this is a virtuous government, they haven't helped anybody.
My mole is saying
They've deprived people of help.
my mole is saying the lot is full today, so I can't figure it out.
Probably FBI
Maybe they're having a
cars.
meeting.
Christmas party.
Yeah.
It's the potluck.
Yes.
It's the adult daycare potluck.
And we're not even done. We are not done. $18 billion is, ironically, that's just the size of the deficit, the surplus that Walz blew. $18 billion has been billed through state programs tied to fraud. And the news we got yesterday is Thompson and other prosecutors anticipate that $9 billion of that is fraud.
Jeez.
Added to the billion already for the food fraud. There's $10 billion. How can these legislators look their constituents in the face? Not a one of them has been responsible. How can these agency heads, well, we don't know who they are. They don't show their faces in public. Walz, how long will you continue to put up with Walz's phony act?
And what's their pot of gold on the end of the side of the rainbow? What's their reward for
Who's
being loyalty
they?
to him? For whoever's masking this.
I can help you.
What?
Look at the net worth of all these people.
Well, he's talking state level.
So am I.
I think the federal prosecutors should give a close examination to how Ilhan Omar
Thank you.
went from $240,000 net worth to $33 million net worth.
Wasn't that her new
Her
husband's
vineyard, the
business?
vineyard.
Oh, I'm sure that's
Is the wine business that good that quick?
Oh, I'm sure it is. Yeah.
Wasn't he a consultant or something for
Sure.
political people?
Yeah. Boy, I don't know where
Where do we turn?
do
Yeah.
we address the anger.
You know what Walz reminds me of, and this might be uncharitable. He reminds me of the guy that's helping do a search for a missing person, all the while the body is in his trunk.
Oh my God.
That might be a little harsh.
It is. No, it's not. It's not.
Is it analogous?
I don't know if that's.
The body being the state of Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where'd our state go? But Kenny's right.
I mean, he's such a gaslighter.
Kenny, and when you said that earlier, you know what struck me is watch the campaign trail for this utter clown
Yeah.
for the rest of the year saying,
Yeah.
my administration is going to get tougher on
Yeah,
crime.
I don't think so. I don't
And he
think
takes
so.
credit for the arrests.
No,
And he has nothing to do with it.
I don't think he'll make it. I think I have enough faith left in humanity that he's going to hit a brick wall here real soon.
His czar appointment should have happened. When were you talking about this, Joe? 2018?
At least.
Yeah, that's when that should have happened, before any of this COVID stuff came out.
I don't think he can make it through to be on the ticket.
Care to make it interesting?
No, I know. We're not in here for betting. I'm trying to lay out for you the idea that this is now so significant, industrial strength fraud, with the attention of the whole country now looking at it. I don't think he can make it. He has got to be recognized, hidden away in a witness protection program in exchange for his testimony. He's got to. This is ridiculous. He is a complete. And now look at the way he's kept himself so. He travels light. There's no home. There's no belongings.
Oh,
There's
that's
no
true.
nothing. He's ready to just.
He doesn't
Probably going to
even
be an empty
own.
nester. Well, the son is still.
You guys, he doesn't own a home.
No, I just said that.
No,
doesn't own a
he
home.
doesn't have a. He's got no place to go.
Well, we just had to dump God knows how many millions into that Irvin mansion on Summit Avenue, where poor Rudy Perpich sat there and froze with leaking water.
They've got
Like
very,
a pioneer.
Yeah.
very politically correct energy sipping lights.
Do they?
Yeah, it's those.
I got your sipping lights
give
right
me
here.
some old Charlie Brown lights.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Is the fence still up? Mm-hmm. It is? Okay. It's been a minute since I've been that way.
I saw two stories that I can't get out of my mind, both in the Daily Mail, because the Daily Mail is a fun daily bulletin board of complete absurdity.
We don't miss much, do
And
we?
they had a story, some guy in the UK, Bert brought his Christmas lights in 1956, and they still work. The other one was Spanish family wheels dead grandmother onto plane, told the staff, don't worry about it, she's just asleep.
He's sleeping. That doesn't work.
Would she like a beverage? Nah, she's fine.
She's all right.
She's all right.
Let's not disturb her. Well, us small people who only pay the bills, sometimes we need lawyers, especially if we're in an accident. I would hope you'd turn to Bradshaw and Bryant personal injury attorneys. Insurance companies and adjusters can be tough to deal with, so having someone on your side is important. Mike Bryant from Bradshaw and Bryant and his team will explain your rights, represent you, help you through a tough time. Mike is one of the best lawyers in the state of Minnesota, one of the best personal injury lawyers, as noted by Minnesota Law and Politics. I hope you're never in an accident, but if you are, call Bradshaw and Bryant at 770-7008 or go to minnesotapersonalinjury.com for a free case evaluation. And please don't be part of the problem. Don't text or drive distracted. That's just common sense from Bradshaw and Bryant. How's it doing?
Joe,
The
you look
Earth
like you're
is not your mother.
I
The
found
Joe Souchere Show.
just in time to talk about North American Banking Company investing in your success since 1998. And way back when, they wanted to create a better banking experience for their customers where you know your banker and they know you. And while a lot has changed since then, this commitment to being a true community bank in the Twin Cities, that has not. And you can see it for yourself anytime that you walk into any one of their 6 Twin Cities locations, whether it's 50th and France, Woodbury, Hastings, Shoreview, Roseville, and also Maple Grove. They offer all of the same online services and also mobile banking options as those other big national banks. Whether you're looking to buy a home, perhaps finance a new home renovation project, or get that new car that you've been dreaming about, they and their experts will be able to help you out. So see it for yourself today. Check them out online. It's nabankco.com to learn more. Once again, it's banking done differently. North American Banking Company, member FDIC, is an equal housing lender.
We have a city grocery store. We know that the socialists among us here have this fantasy wish for a city grocery store. Part of that is just their contempt for corporate life in America. You know,
Take down capitalism.
why should Kowalski's have a store, or Lund's, or Byerly's?
That's just one store.
Are they all one now?
Lund's and Byerly.
Lunds and Byerly's are combined. Kowalski's is distinct from
Well, my point is that there are many grocery stores.
a lot.
But these communists hold these corporate success stories in contempt, so they think the answer is a municipal grocery store. Kansas City tried it,
How'd that work?
and they closed it now, finally, after only losing $29 million.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
This Carol Becker was noting this in the
It'll
Minneapolis
work here, though,
Times.
Joe. That's
Right.
We're not Kansas City. It'll work
Give
here.
us a
got it.
shot.
Yeah, yeah. They haven't done our method.
Robin Wansley still wants one here. She's proposing that for Minneapolis, a municipal store. And See, she wants to undercut the private marketplace by subsidizing the cost of groceries by the city owning or participating in a grocery store. It's just flat out a bad idea. It doesn't make sense because all you're doing is asking taxpayers to pay for the food. They have their own food bills, Robin.
Right.
You have nothing to do with it. At her direction, city staff prepared a study on the possibility of the city grocery store. There are a number of models discussed in the study. I wonder what that cost us, including the city owning and operating the store outright or the city subsidizing a private or nonprofit to operate the grocery store. No, that would only result in fraud. Those are my words. Wait a minute. Why subsidize a private store? They're not asking you for subsidization now. Subsidizing. I think I just made up a W word. Subsidization.
Subsidization.
I mean, Lawrence isn't asking for any subsidy. There are multiple ways a subsidy could be done, from direct cash payments to government ownership of the building to paying for building improvements. Oh, go bleep yourself, Wansley, you fraud. Tulsa, Oklahoma did it. They got the Oasis Fresh Market, a nonprofit private partnership with public subsidies. Madison, Wisconsin, of course, has one. They subsidize the rent of a grocery store and they own the building. Atlanta has one. City subsidized grocery stores. The glaring omission from the study is Kansas City. Kansas City owns the Sun Fresh Grocery Building near 31st Street and Prospect.
Boy, does that sound like
I can
only the
smell it
freshest
from here.
ingredients. Yes.
The city has partnered with two different operators over the last 8 years, one for-profit and one nonprofit. The store received $97,400 through bonds, loans, and subsidies. What the hell? Let's call it $29 million. Sunfresh. $29 million they got from the taxpayers in Kansas City.
Wow.
Store closed in August. The sign on the door said,
We ought to meet.
Yeah, we ought to meet.
"We closed, we out of meat." Unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances, well, I can see them, beyond our control, we no longer at this time are able to serve the residents of this important community. A sign on the front door of Sunfresh said, local NPR affiliate KCUR reported, "It has always been our dream and passion to provide quality products and services in a safe family environment. At this time, unfortunately, we are unable to do that." You were never able to do it. The idea is preposterous. It doesn't need to be done. We have grocery stores.
With this grocery store in KC, the comparisons to Minneapolis are really, really stark. They have the same anti-police attitude there. Due to the lack of funds, there were maintenance issues with this building. It had a funny stink. Everything was broken. They had security issues. Remember everything that Reverend Timothy has said about Merwin's Liquors on Broadway in Lindale? What a problem it is with drug dealers and whatnot. The same thing was happening at this grocery store. They were being robbed blind. There were drug deals in the parking lot, drinking in the parking lot.
All you got to do is ask yourself one question. What would motivate the people who supposedly ran a city grocery store? What's their motivating factor? There isn't any.
They don't care if they
What do
make
they
money.
care?
Right, they don't care if they make money. They'll just go to the city and say, "Well, we lost."
There's
10
no
grand.
motivating factor to do a great job. Lunch. Cub closed in the Midway area of St. Paul near Hamlin and University Avenue. Do you know why they closed? Because
Probably
of crime.
Crime, yeah.
Same thing for, wasn't it the Walmart in that
Walmart
same
is
area?
closed.
Now, why do they think a city-run grocery store would not experience crime?
You're not going to steal from your city. They've been
No,
providing.
man. We're not only stealing from our city. We might be up to about $18 billion stolen from the state.
Okay, forget regional.
So you don't need a city grocery store. The city grocery store, if you put a city-owned grocery store where Cub was in the Midway, it'll end up ravaged just the way Cub was.
Will you will you do me your cartoon bubble of walking through the Sun Fresh St. Paul City-owned grocery store on Hamlin and University? Let's walk through the aisles, Joe. What are you seeing?
I can't imagine how dystopian it would feel. It would be short of products. They would have no motivation to make sure the shelves are full.
A lot of packages half open.
Yes, there's nothing in it for them because they don't understand capitalism. They're just wards of the state at that point, wards of the city. What do they care? Maybe they'll get around to shoveling the snow away from the front door. Maybe they'll get around to opening. Oh, the weather's going to turn. Well, I'll probably close early. What the hell's in it for them?
I'm seeing bugs in the produce area.
I'm seeing bad
Handmaid's
fruit.
Tale. Handmaid's Tale.
I'm seeing bad
Empty
fruit.
shelves.
I don't like. I checked the grapes on the rare occasion I'm at the store.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I was taught how to do this. Well, I see nothing but mushy grapes in the city-owned grocery store.
Got it.
You know, I want firm grapes.
Seedless?
And I don't want mold all over the raspberries. I don't want big wormholes in the apples,
No.
you know.
This is happening all over. The new mayor in New York is
Oh, he's a big
proposing-
city-owned grocery store guy.
he wants one in each of the 5 boroughs.
Well, he's never worked a day in his life. He's a full-fledged Marxist, and he's going to try to reinvent the city. In Kansas City, there were numerous problems. The nonprofit organization, and in this state, nonprofit means fraud, could not manage its supply lines. The shelves were empty. Due to the lack of funds, what funds? You got $29 million from the city. Due to the lack of funds, there were maintenance issues. The building had a rancid smell because what's in it for them to clean?
They don't care about that.
What propriety, sense of pride would they have?
Zero.
You go to lunch, these people are hopping to it.
Yep.
Funds were so low that it could not afford to fix its broken front window. What else does this say? This is fascinating to me. Much of the budget was consumed by security costs. Did Cub, when it was in Midway, they might have said, could we have the presence of a policeman here once in a while? But I don't think they went to the taxpayers and demanded to be compensated for their security costs.
They did not.
Kansas City has the same anti-police orientation towards public safety, and the area had a big number of drug dealers and drug users who stole from the store, reducing already thin margins. The supermarket had to close its profitable liquor department due to drinking outside the building. 2 managers quit in the last year, citing hazardous work conditions. The store was managed by the assistant manager when it closed. She said having somebody that wants to put up with the fight of the violence every day, of the guns, of the knives, of the drugs, just of the everyday thieves, it's so hard for people to feel safe who want to work here and want to come here. What did you expect? When police responded after she was threatened with a box cutter, she said responding officers were there for another crime. That happened to be a man with a machete in the parking lot. It is not clear how Robin Wansley... That's right. It's not clear how Robin Wansley thinks Minneapolis will overcome these problems, because Robin Wansley is not a bright woman. She has never accomplished anything except her activism.
They were down to the assistant
Yeah.
manager.
A single store will have the same barriers for managing supply lines. If Wansley wants costs to be below the private marketplace, it will require tax dollars to subsidize food costs. We're put upon enough as taxpayers, and that may require trade-offs with building maintenance. And depending on where the store is located, it could have the same security issues that the Kansas City store did. In the end, it could cost Minneapolis residents millions if Kansas City is any indicator. It's a horrible, ridiculous, stupid, unnecessary idea. But we have elected the wrong people. And why? For too many years, we just sailed along and we weren't paying attention.
You mentioned Madison, so I started looking Madison up, and Madison's situation is even more hilarious. I thought I was going to see good things because you said something about just subsidize the city's helping with the rent, right? Mm-hmm. Well, when you delve into it, the place they want to put it up put up this little grocery stores right next to a Pick and Save, and that's a major grocery line, I guess, in Wisconsin. And within a mile of where they want this city-owned grocery store, there are 4 or 5 other grocery stores, and they're all doing well. And the city of Madison wants to put one up there and try to undercut all these other grocery stores. It's hilarious what's happening in Madison.
Robin, the city can't keep a street light lit.
Yeah.
You cannot possibly run a grocery store.
Yeah.
It's a crying shame what's happened to this state. It really is. I hope she's somehow defeated. Does Fry have enough chutzpah to... Can he veto that if it ever comes to that?
And this all came about by a couple of grocery stores closing on the north side, right, due to crime, correct? Mm-hmm. Was it up on Dowling or Lowry? It was up in that area, Lowry, west of Lindale, if I remember right.
The Twin Cities are not short of grocery stores.
Well, once you get out of the, yeah.
I guarantee you, if the city got into the car business, they'd sell Hyundais.
Well, if I remember
all
right,
be
Joe,
stolen.
it is a problem for the folks up in that north side neighborhood, but it wouldn't be, if I remember right, I'm going from faulty memory here, if the crime was under control.
Well, it wouldn't be if we kept excusing crime under the auspices of the soft bigotry of low expectations.
Right. And I keep going back to what Tim Christopher has said about Merwin's down on Broadway. And
Did that ultimately
Lindale.
close?
Yes, didn't it?
I don't know if it's open or closed. It's still on the map.
Do we add that to the list of places you would shop? Anything with in save? You know, the Pick and Save?
No, what I hear there is food getting picked over, and that would
A lot of
bother
fingerprints.
me. Yeah, that would bother me.
I think Pick and Save is
A chain?
run by Roundy's, which is a subsidiary of Kroger.
Oh, okay. Then it's on the up
So
and up.
they're legit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we
the
still
point
have-
was that there's all sorts of grocery stores within a mile, and they're going to open up this city-owned grocery store. Oh, Madison. You
Do we
guys
still
are as
have
bad as us.
do we have Piggly Wigglies? Do we have Piggly Wigglies?
think so.
I don't know.
I think they're out of business, aren't they? Maybe not.
We still have Hoves.
Hoves is
Hoves.
Hoves is long gone. He's talking about Highland Park.
I remember as a
was the
kid.
big,
I remember as a kid being dragged
grocery
to
store.
Hoves with my mother.
Yes.
It was in Highland Park, just west of Cleveland on Ford Parkway.
Okay.
And it turned into Snyder's, did it
It's not. Then it was a Snyder's Drugstore. Well, it was an Embers for a while, wasn't it?
Okay. That I don't recall.
There was an Embers in there.
I just remember
Snyder's Drugstore. Now it's what is
Hey,
that?
Gabe?
Walgreens.
Gabe,
CVS, something.
What's,
I don't know.
what's the time and temp, Gabe? Could you give me the
Top
time and
right
Why
temp?
don't we take a time out and
I thought you were a Red Owl family.
Red Owl was on Ford Parkway.
Or Rookie's family was Red Owl. Okay, that's what
Red
it
Owl
was.
was on Ford Parkway.
I can't claim that.
And then you remember Mr. B, who was the manager of Snyder's, wonderful guy. Then when he passed, you learn he was a World War II veteran that did these amazing things overseas.
I didn't know anything
yes,
about him.
yeah.
Not one other podcast in the country knows the name of the Snyder's manager other than Garage
Mr. B,
Logic.
great guy.
Was he the guy who mumbled?
Yes. Yeah, he had curly hair, glasses.
No, I thought the guy at the grocery
that
store.
was Mr. Vogel.
Vogel mumbled.
Yeah, well, you
Gabe
couldn't
hit it
understand
again.
him.
He
Yeah,
was
Mr.
probably a
B,
vet too.
Yeah, I wonder if I could get the
I
time
would
with them.
imagine so. He would have been there at the right time. Yeah, they didn't come in yet. The bags.
Hey, manager, do you have any? I was looking over here in the automotive aisle. Do you have any Seafoam Bugs Begone? I see the motor treatment, but I'm looking for Bugs Begone. Could you order some for me? Manager, if you want a great promotion, I advise you to hire Seafoam Santa to come into your store. Maybe you could have your wife sit on my lap there.
Barb, and bring in the dog Elfie.
What about if Jimmy came in?
Oh, no.
Say, Say, Barb, why you sitting on Santa's lap? It's February.
I want to try to talk to you about
Seafoam. Thank you.
Seafoam and what a wonderful gift it would make for your family. But you got to find the Bugs Be Gone. That's what I've been doing for the last 30 minutes, trying to find a place where I can find Bugs Be Gone in the middle of the winter, because it's the perfect stocking stuffer. It makes removing bugs from your windshield a pure joy. And when I'm talking Seafoam Santa, I'm thinking a package with 3 different Seafoam products. Of course, the motor treatment, that's the answer to all your engine woes. And then the Deep Creep, that's a wonderful premium grade shop lubricant. It creeps deeper, it works better, and lasts much longer than any other product on the shelf. And then, of course, the Bugs Be Gone. That stuff is, I don't know, that's straight from heaven. It's a true miracle. You can actually watch the bugs slide down your windshield and then just wash them off with ease. There you go. It's the perfect trio of Christmas gifts, courtesy of your best friend, Seafoam Santa.
Yeah.
I've never heard you say that. You might save that.
Joe Soucheray.
Here's John Height.
Thank you, Joe. This news brought to you by North American Banking Company. Before we get into news, there are still Piggly Wigglies, Joe, in America.
Not here, though.
No, 18 states have Piggly Wigglies. Minnesota, not one of them.
Okay.
There's 503 stores as of 2023.
Oh, boy.
So still a bunch of Piggly Wigglies. In news, as you've been talking about, Joe, as the U.S. Attorney's Office announced a new batch of charges related to suspected fraudulent billing in Minnesota's government services, officials painted a dire portrait of just how extensive the problem could be. Assistant U.S. Attorney Joe Thompson said the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services pulled claims for 14 programs identified by Minnesota officials as being particularly vulnerable to fraud and found $18 billion in Medicaid billing since 2018. Well, not all of those payments were illegitimate. Thompson estimated perhaps half or more.
That's 10 programs too many, by the way. That 14, I'll give you 10. I'll give you 4.
Was received through fraudulent means, though he said prosecutors are still trying to find the exact number. In October, Governor Walz announced a third-party audit of those 14 high-risk programs and put a 90-day hold on payments to providers to review claims for potential fraud. One of those programs, Housing Stabilization Services, was discontinued on October 31st. Thompson yesterday also announcing fraud charges against 5 additional defendants who defrauded the HSS program, and the second indictment against a provider in Minnesota's Early Intensive Developmental and Behavioral Intervention program for autism. During the news conference yesterday, Thompson also pushed back on widely circulated claims that the proceeds of the fraud schemes were being sent directly to al-Shabaab, a designated foreign terrorist organization based in Somalia. He said that most significant portions of the money federal investigators have traced to East Africa has not been used on terrorism, but, as we've pointed out, has been used to buy real estate in Kenya.
Oh, good.
Said there's no indication the defendants we've charged were radicalized or seeking to fund al-Shabaab or any other terrorist group. Thompson said somebody went to Somalia indirectly. Somebody might have gotten into the hands of al-Shabaab, he said, which controls significant parts of Somalia and imposes a tax there. Update, a 16-year-old boy now has been charged with 4 counts of threats of violence in connection with those online threats sent to several schools earlier this week. That, according to Dakota County Attorney Kathy Keena. As previously reported, police were contacted about a series of threats posted to social media against 4 high schools in Dakota County. Keena said any threat of gun violence, especially when directed at schools, is taken seriously by my office. The suspect's posts included asking which school he should shoot up with a firearm and photos and videos of firearms. Investigators traced the threats to a home in Eagan. They also found the phone number associated with the accounts. According to prosecutors, police who were positioned outside the home saw a vehicle leave and conducted a traffic stop. The driver and passenger were identified as the teen's parents, and they confirmed the phone number associated with the accounts belonged to their son. Officers then went into the home, questioned the teen, who confirmed the phone number and social media accounts were his. He was arrested, brought to the Juvenile Service Center in Hastings. He'll make his next court appearance on December 23rd.
Hey, kid, if you learn how to read and write, you'll probably stay out of trouble.
This story, pretty interesting. Obviously, lots of backstory here that we will never know. The body of an unidentified man found in Albert Lee back in 2015 has now been identified as a World War II veteran who passed away years before he was discovered. According to the DNA Doe Project, they have identified the remains as belonging to Luis Gilberto Robledo, who is believed to have died sometime between 2000 and 2012. According to the DNA Doe Project, Robledo's remains were found April 6, 2015, and forensic investigators at the time determined he was likely 44 to 55 years old and may have been Hispanic. Robledo's identification was then brought to the DNA Doe Project, which confirmed Robledo was of Mexican descent and had several close DNA matches in their match database. Team leader Gianna Fury said Hispanic cases are often tough because that population is underrepresented in the DNA databases we have access to. In this case, we were lucky to have close DNA matches on both the mother's side and the father's side. That allowed us to identify the John Doe's parents within 24 hours. After discovering his parents, the team was able to narrow down the identity to Robledo, as he was the only son of the couple who was unaccounted for. One of Robledo's children later took a DNA test which confirmed the remains were his. Despite their initial belief that Robledo was middle-aged when he died, they were able to confirm that he was born in 1923 and was possibly in his 80s or 90s at the time of his death. Robledo was a native of El Paso, Texas, where he was born. A World War II veteran, at 21 years old, he fought in the Battle of Normandy, where he was wounded, later settled down in Los Angeles, California. His last known location, he was living in Mexico in 1990, so it's unknown how Robledo ended up here in Minnesota, as well as when he died exactly.
Why did they think he was middle-aged?
Just from the bones, the remains.
Gee whiz.
Yeah.
Does it all concern you guys that the government has your DNA information?
Well, where would they get it from? A doctor?
It's as innocent as these hoopleheads, these unsuspecting hoopleheads in your family that send in samples of their DNA so they can trace their ancestry.
Yeah, I don't do that.
And it doesn't matter if somebody in your family has done it.
They have.
They have yours.
But
Yeah.
Kenny, with this, to answer your question, wouldn't the fact that he had a role in military, would that have anything to do with them having?
Does that upset you guys at all? You don't mind
No, I don't care.
the government crawling up your backside and making themselves at home?
No, I'm fixated on walls.
And I'm fixated on other things that you guys know about. So
Well, it's a major concern of mine.
All right. Thank you.
I did the test.
You're welcome.
Katie, so that,
You're
So that
welcome.
means that means I.
John, I don't know if you could tell, but I was looking right at you when I was saying those mean
I
things.
can't tell
felt
who
that
you're
too.
looking at. No.
Kenny, I believe what you just got was the on-air audio version of "Okay, Kenny."
Okay, Kenny.
Okay,
Yeah.
Kenny.
Do you see
Kenny
me
and I are
looking
just
at you, John?
We're just going to spend the rest of the show staring at each other. Okay.
Okay, I see you, Kenny. I see you.
All right,
Let's move
proceed.
along here. A sordid tale from the Star Tribune.
Well, that one was
Former-
a pretty sordid tale.
Well, this one's really sordid.
Yeah.
Former Minnesota funeral director has been charged with the post-death
Oh, yeah, this is
decapitation
a bad one.
of a woman whose skull was found by Boy Scouts in western Wisconsin woods nearly a quarter century ago. 57-year-old Benjamin Carl Hansen of Bayport, charged in St. Croix County Circuit Court yesterday with 2 felonies, hiding a corpse and felony theft, in connection with the handling of the body of Alice Katarina Peterson, who was living in Stillwater when she died in 2001 at the age of 92. Hansen was booked into jail this week, posted bond, and was released Thursday ahead of a February 26th court appearance. Hansen, incidentally, is the husband of Bayport Mayor Michelle Hansen. 2 decades of various DNA and genetic testing led investigators this summer to confirm the skull belonged to Peterson. While law enforcement has charged the man they say is responsible, there remains uncertainty about whether the ashes that were turned over to Peterson's survivors were indeed hers. The St. Croix County Sheriff Scott Knutson said there remains a number of unanswered questions, to include whose remains went where. It's all a very sad story, he said, for the family. The skull's discovery has been the subject of news reports over the years, first when it was found in 2002 and again in 2022 on the 20th anniversary of the discovery. The sheriff's office took the case to the nonprofit DNA Doe Project, which we heard about in the last story, in hopes of unraveling the long-running mystery. The California-based organization narrowed her ancestry to Swedish. From there, they followed the family tree until they came up with Peterson. The project contacted a niece whose DNA was a major factor in confirming the skull's identity.
Joe, what's the name of our tech school or the classes there in GL? Is it the Academy for
Gumption County Institute for the Criminally Incompetent.
I propose one of the classes, and I'll be more than willing to teach this class, along with how to be a drug mule and other sorts of classes. How to get rid of a body. I mean, it's not that tough.
Don't you
Maybe
just chop
the
it up and bury it?
maybe the family got the correct ashes, just minus the weight of her head. You know, maybe this guy just wanted a head.
Well, you speak about a motive sort of there, and the investigators said yesterday they have no idea what his motive was, why he took the skull, why the skull was removed, and why it ended up where they found it.
Well, that's a shame. I hope she rests in peace.
Was he paid off, John? Do you think? Is that your suspicion?
Who wanted a
Just
head?
No, and whoever was the culprit here.
I don't know.
Do you want a list of who wants one?
No,
How
I
about
don't.
the Heads Up Boy Scouts
How
that
about
made
we?
the discovery?
How about- that's pretty good.
Joe, I was going to give John the on-air cue. We do not need to take a pause here because we do have Patrick today, Johnny, so you can just keep
so
going.
continue?
Yes.
Boy, I'd already, kind of gone down, and that's all right. I'll get myself back up. Don't worry.
Find your second win, John. You can
Pull
do it.
yourself up,
Thanks.
buddy.
In national and international news, the suspect in the Saturday shooting at Brown University that killed 2 students and injured 9 others was found dead in a New Hampshire storage unit, according to authorities. And that same person, 48-year-old Claudio Manuel Neves Valente, is believed to have fatally shot MIT physics professor Nuno Loureiro in his
what
home.
the
It
hell
was
is this?
him. Interesting.
Authorities say they do not yet have a motive for the two shootings. Valente did attend Brown University as a grad student in physics in 2000. He dropped out after a year and re-entered the country in 2017 when he was admitted as a lawful permanent resident. He allegedly went to college in Portugal with the MIT professor that he killed, according to police. A witness saw Valente in the bathroom at Brown, followed him out of the building, chased him to his car. The shooting happened a few hours later. Police connected the shooter to the vehicle and tracked him after the witness posted about it on Reddit. Authorities said Valente was sophisticated in covering his tracks, including obscuring his cell phone so it couldn't be tracked. He switched plates on his rental car and didn't use his credit cards. Investigators first identified Valente on the afternoon of December 17th and were able to connect him to both crime scenes through financial background information, including rental records for a car he drove to Providence in Massachusetts. An affidavit signed by a Rhode Island district judge said police cracked the case after that Reddit tipster recognized a rental car circling the area. The tipster told police they should be looking for a gray Nissan Altima and license plate, information the police hadn't previously released. Police then tracked down images of Neves Valente renting the car at an Alamo location in Boston.
We talked about that case at length on this week's Krabby on that very day, the 17th. So they obviously solved this after we were done with that show.
You know what would help solve more crimes? If cars started to be having colors again. Most cars are just painted gray or white or, how about some real bright reds, yellows, greens?
Like a fluorescent Pinto or a
You
Nova.
could walk down a street and all the cars are gray.
What was that Chevrolet greenish color that I loved so much? You know the one I'm talking about in the mid 60s?
Well, they had some bad
Seafoam?
greens. Seafoam green?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
love that
Coral
color.
green. I mean, cars used to have beautiful colors. They don't have
reason
color anymore.
Bring back the Maverick.
That's right.
The
John?
reason there are Mavericks now, they're pickups.
Yeah, they're pickups. Why don't we take a break?
Wait a second.
Yeah, we got to get Patrick.
on,
What were you going
Not
to say,
yet.
John?
We're good.
Where's the
Well, I was going to say it's
No, you get 'em
12:57,
now.
and
I got a concert to go to.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
God, you
No, it's
guys.
at the cathedral. You're right.
yeah.
Just never
Yes,
mind,
John. I'm sorry, John. John?
nothing. I got nothing.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
Let's go
it's
then and get Pat.
Wow.
wallet. That's good.
Well, put me at the top of the list.
Yes, right. I think it's overrated, though. Oxygen. I don't think a pill can help you that much when it's that little. Do you?
Yes,
It's
I do.
It's a little tiny scratch.
I am very familiar with the phrase "stay ahead of the pain."
Yeah,
Pat, do you have a brace
Even when
on?
You don't have any. No, I don't. I do not have a brace on. They got the machine, the Cooley ice machine.
Yeah, you got your ice deal.
Ice in there. And then they just put a big wrap around the knee and it runs for a while. But no, they have a super duper bandage on the front that you can shower with and everything. It hasn't wiggled an inch since I've been taking showers every day and stuff. They got this. It goes from the bottom of the knee to the top of the knee, and I haven't seen the scar yet because it's underneath that bandage. So
We have a hockey team that needs to be taken seriously, don't we?
oh my God, they're good. Yeah, they are. They're really. They had what? They had a little 3-game dip there, and since then they've won 5 in a row again, right?
Yep.
So, and now they.
Who net-minded last night?
The other one.
Well, I thought Wally.
Yeah.
Didn't he?
Wally the Wall?
Yeah, because Gus has been better than Wally lately.
No, they made each other better. It's just working out perfect. The chemistry works. They're 2 players
20?
short of a cup. That's my theory.
2?
2.
You think so?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
But I
20,
expect them to make a long run in the playoffs. They got something going for themselves. They're looking very good.
You guys, it's December, okay?
Yeah.
Just chill out.
Yeah, and if you're not in the playoff hunt by Thanksgiving, it's over. So it's very legitimate to talk about this.
You know what
Sorry.
I said today? You know what I said a couple of days ago is that I have to. It looks to me like we're headed for another trip to the Western Conference Final.
I agree.
Yeah, that one was in 2003.
That's right. 22 years ago.
22 years ago. Yes, that's. They have not been out of the first round since 15.
Well, this is the year.
And in fact, I think you throw in the 2 series they won in 03 and then the 14 and 15. I think they've only won 4 playoff series, if I'm not mistaken. So,
Pat, any football excite you this weekend as we get the playoffs underway?
I haven't spent a lot of my life feeling sorry for the Los Angeles Rams, but that call on the 2-point conversion was the stupidest thing in the history of football.
I forgot the damn game was on. It sounds like it was a beaut.
They throw a 2-point conversion. The guy kicks it around. It's incomplete. It's a 30-28. Everybody's leaving the field. All of a sudden, some guy from Seattle casually picks up the ball in the end zone, and some moron up there in the replay group said, wait a minute, and decided that it had been a backward pass. But even then, John, you can't advance a fumble, right? In the last 2 minutes of the game or something, the old Stabler rule from 100 years ago, right?
Yeah, but
it wasn't a possession. That was the difference, Pat. It wasn't a possession.
Yeah, well, why is it a difference? You can't be that nitpicking. You can't be that bleeping stupid.
Because the officials control the outcome of the games.
Yes, they do. More than any other game. And the Seahawks, the Rams, were 3 touchdowns better than they were all night, and somehow they end up winning. It was bad. Sam looked terrible most of the night, and still Seattle ends up winning. But it was more NFL ridiculous robbery.
Where are the Fighting Vikings Sunday? At the Giants?
At the Giants.
For a noon game?
That'll be a good one.
Yeah, at the Giants. All you can hope for is just horrible weather to make it interesting.
I think it's supposed to be damn near 60 on
Probably it'll be beautiful.
on Sunday.
Yeah.
Well, that's of course. We should then, they're going to the Meadowlands. We should recall we're approaching the 25th anniversary of 41 Donuts.
Yes, we
Yes,
are.
we are.
You know, the maybe the most enjoyable day I ever had in a football press box.
How was Sid's behavior that day?
Was he there? He might not have gone. He might have stopped traveling.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I know that that was when Rob Brzezinski confronted me in the restroom at halftime from the Vikings for making too many smart-ass remarks, and I said, I'm not behind 38-0 to a team that I was favored to beat. It's not my problem. Be mad at somebody else,
Yeah.
please.
That's also the scene, Patrick, remind me of the greatest Kevin Seifert quote of all time when Waswa Sirwanga was falling for the pump fake so bad, and Kevin Seifert said, he looks like a chocolate lab falling for the tennis ball trick.
Yeah. Looks like
Go get it, boy!
He looks like a dog chasing a Frisbee.
Or that's what it was, Frisbee.
Well, I would think,
The
I
guy
suppose, what is the line? I suppose the Vikings might even be favored.
I think they're only favored by a couple, though.
Yeah.
Giants are terrible. So, yeah.
We don't have a chance to play spoiler, do we?
No.
College football playoffs begin this weekend,
Tonight.
including tonight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is this we get the is this the James Madison? We got the two small schools in there as conference champions because we were so humiliated that Duke won the ACC championship with 5 losses, so they didn't put them in there.
But tonight's game's good. I think it's Alabama at Oklahoma is tonight's game.
Oh, okay. Alabama's the fraud. They shouldn't be in there.
Well, Notre Dame should have been in the finals.
I agree.
Yes, instead of Alabama.
Yeah,
That's right.
I agree.
I have a Twins question for Patrick.
Okay.
Patrick, we have the new restructuring of the Twins organization. I had no idea there was yet another Pohlad.
Well, here's the deal. There's 3 brothers. There's Joe, and then there's Tom, this guy who was the head of Pohlad Companies, and then there's Chris, who this should tell you something.
Well, who's Bill?
Tom
No, that's the older
the
brother.
other generation.
This is the
other
grandkids of
Oh.
Carl.
Bill is the movie producer.
Yes.
Although he hadn't made a movie in a while, I don't know what happened to him.
No, that's the line where Carl Pohlad said, "Do you want to know how to become a millionaire? Be a billionaire and invest in movies."
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway.
anyhow, there's 3 brothers, and we had Joe. They put in charge of the Twins a couple of years ago, right?
Right.
They were moving out St. Peter, and he's the guy that took over the radio stations they bought for $5 million and sold them for $4 million. But they, and then there's Chris is I guess the younger one. Well, they took Chris and put him in charge of Pohlad Companies, and they took Tom off Pohlad Companies to put him ahead of the Twins, because here's what the inside word is. He's the smart one. He's not a baseball guy, but he's got a brain.
All right. Good.
So he's going to learn the business, and we don't know what we're doing with Joe now that we moved him aside of baseball and we didn't put him in charge of the company, so we don't know what's going on.
Don't they own a Dairy Queen he could run or something like that?
Yeah, could be, but everybody's making fun of it that that they made this change and it's not really a change. Well, the change they made was they put the smartest Pohlad in charge of the smartest of the brothers in charge of the Twins. So
Well, that's optimistic. I think that's optimistic.
And Patrick, how did it go over with Joe?
I don't know. Joe and I aren't close since I named him Turkey of the Year 2 years ago. I went up and congratulated him, Kenny, and he did not take it in the spirit it was intended.
Oh man, that's an honor to be named Turkey of the Year.
I read somewhere that there was some family turmoil with this new arrangement.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
There is. Yeah. Well, it's funny how originally the 3 brothers, or Bob was always like the smart, aggressive one, but he ended up out in Washington running the PepsiCo operation they had out there, and And these are all his 3 sons. The sons are all his. And Bill didn't want anything to do with baseball, and so they put Jim in charge of baseball. But Jim was let Dave St. Peter and those guys run it.
My 3 sons, Ernie, Chip, and Rob, huh?
Now we got 3 sons again, but they're all Bill. They're all Bob's 3 kids. So.
Will your weekend include rehabilitation?
I don't have any rehabilitation, but they want you to do this at home, Joe.
Right. That's what I meant. You'll have to do it.
I don't have
the DA all set up.
I'm supposed to do it at all these 5 excruciating exercises at home. I have a minimum of confidence in myself.
Oh, isn't the DA cracking the whip and looking over at you and feeding
I see
you
her
medicine?
with the clipboard. I see her with the nurse's outfit. I see her with the checklist.
The DA has been a saint in this operation. I cannot make any complaints.
Wonderful admission.
I love
Wonderful
that.
admission.
I'm happy for your relationship.
Loving caregiver.
The game of
But
flaws is on hold.
It has made the game of flaws more lopsided than ever. Even if there is an obvious flaw,
He's got a little bell.
You know what's going to happen? It'll all come back to get you someday when you're hopping around.
Wait about 6 months.
Oh God, no! I'm not overly confident.
I'm just picturing Pat a little service bell when
Do you have a little bell
when you need
to
assistance.
beckon her?
Little debate in the middle of the summer when you hear what would he have done without me when you were limping around like that fat slob you are.
What about a loudspeaker? Can you just yell, "Hey, DA, get your ass in here"? Can you do that?
I need a diet
Bologna
Pepsi.
sandwich.
All right, I'll talk to you Monday.
All right, gentlemen.
Thank you.
He sounds pretty happy.
Sounded better.
Medicated.
TikTok.
Oh, we got plenty of time.
Thank God.
I got to do a harmony.
Cathedral's
I'm
very
going to a concert. I'm going to go see Stephen C.
All right.
Pat Donahue and Julian.
Pat Donahue plays a funny couple of blues songs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you were there last night.
Yeah.
It's the scramble.
All right, Harmony Spirits.
Look at this.
Wow, what is that?
Look at that.
Okay, so I stopped in at Harmony Spirits on Sunday, and those are the pre-made cocktails.
wow.
There's 4 different ones that are in there. They do these very, very cool and festive gift packs. Rook, I want you to read all 4 of those. There's, I believe, the pink lemonade.
Pink lemonade with vodka.
Okay.
I got no chance of seeing that when that gets in my house. Blackberry lemonade with bourbon.
And I tried that when I was at the taste room, and that is exceptional.
Holy buckets. Harmony Legacy with gin.
All right. And then the last one is the one I'm super excited about.
Caramel apple with rum.
Yes, so Larry sent a couple of these gift
I want
packs.
that one.
I got one for you too, Soul Man. So
Thank
whenever
you.
you're in town, Larry sent a bunch of them for all of us.
Awesome.
All of us that still partake at times. And then that rookie, that one right there, that is the Harmony Spirits whiskey. And he sent a bottle just for you because you always rave about the whiskey. Anyway,
Handcrafted.
those
Oh,
gift
my.
packs are really cool, and they are available at the tasting room, which like I said, I stopped by. You know what downtown Harmony is this time of the year?
Pleasant.
Festive.
Yes.
The lights line up the street. It's so cool.
It's Americana.
It absolutely is Americana. So stop in if you have to, entertain over the holidays. And that's a wonderful, wonderful product made right here in the great state of Minnesota. Say hi to Larry, Damon, the entire Harmony Spirits crew. Please do me a favor and mention that you heard about them on the Garage Logic podcast.
Virtually every show you hear, podcast or on radio, will say today, see you next January, because they're all leaving today.
Not us.
Not
Nope.
us. We're going to be back Monday and Tuesday.
That's right.
Monday and Tuesday.
What's Tuesday?
All right, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Can I ask a quick question?
I'm going to do this
before you
now.
do this day in history.
Yeah.
Rookie, the percent chance any one of those bottles still has liquid in it by Monday.
Well, to truth be told, there's some kind of what's the party tonight they're having? My favorite things. The gals are
So
having
zero. It's zero.
Well, these four will be gone for sure. I don't think they're.
I don't think you
bourbon gals.
should do a whole gallon of that.
No, I'm saying that the gals that will be here tonight. There's 12 people coming over.
Joe,
Yes.
a very important day today, especially for the likes of Chris Reavers and Kenny Olson.
Oh,
Yes.
my.
Today is December 19th, Tin Foil Hat Day.
Oh, and I didn't get you anything, Kenny. I'm so
Holy
sorry.
cow.
What do you do? What is the
okay.
gift?
That's a great day.
Yeah, I love it.
What do you just pretend that there's conspiracy theories?
No, there's,
Pretend.
there's no pretend.
They're
no,
real.
no,
They are
no,
real.
no.
Okay.
No.
Got it.
Plausible
Only,
speculation.
Because you want to get out of here.
Only because they come to us all the way from Kaiwaka, New Zealand.
You don't tell me.
From the Traveling Lymans. WorldwideWaftage.com. It was on this day.
Joe, today is December 19th.
In 1836, Maria Louise Sanford was born in Saybrook, Connecticut. An extraordinary and popular teacher, Sanford was appointed to the Department of Rhetoric at the University of Minnesota in 1880. After her retirement in 1909, she remained active, speaking on educational and patriotic topics. She died in 1920. A statue of her, sculpted by Evelyn Raymond, represents the state in the Sanctuary Hall in Washington, D.C. On this day,
December 19th.
in 1906, Koochiching County was established. Ojibwe and Cree people had long used the word Koochiching to refer to multiple bodies of water, including the one eventually called Rainy Lake by Europeans and Americans.
I'm not looking at it, I promise.
Coochie.
On this day,
Joe, today is Tinfoil Hat Day, December 19th.
in 1957, Governor Orville L. Freeman appointed L. Howard Bennett to a municipal judgeship in Minneapolis, making him the first African-American judge appointed in Minneapolis.
Give me a year on that again,
I'm
please.
sorry, appointed in Minnesota.
What year?
1957.
Oh, good.
Orville had the bad, one half of his face was all goofy.
Like Bell's palsy?
From an injury. On this day, also in 1957,
December 19th.
West St. Paul sociology teacher Glenn Holmquist was accused of slapping a student at a high school dance and was cleared of an assault charge by a municipal court. Holmquist's attorney said that his client's action was justified as an attempt to maintain order and that there should be more discipline instead of the wishy-washy policy parents are advocating
Wow,
today.
what a stand.
That guy would have been put in prison today.
I'll say.
You know, he won his case. And on this day in Minnesota sports disappointment history,
Who'd we lose to on
there
December
are no
19th?
items posted
Yes, we're making a comeback.
for today's date. No items posted
Except for
for
a year
today's
from now
date.
when you and Pat said the C word during a wild discussion.
Hey,
I didn't.
You said the C word.
Yeah, you did, Joe. I'm very, very
But you scared me
disappointed
there
in
for a
you.
minute. I didn't know which C word you meant.
Sorry.
No,
Three letters.
I didn't
letters.
say you were one.
Right.
I said you're acting like one.
And I'm sorry, they're 2 players short. I'm not predicting anything. I'm just saying what I see.
Just don't say the word.
You just don't say the word.
Oh,
you know the rule.
I did say the word.
You
yeah.
know the rule.
Yeah, I
it's like
shouldn't say
stepping
the
on the
word.
logo when you're in the room.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you, GLers. We'll be back Monday and Tuesday. We haven't started our Christmas fondness yet.
Oh, we've got a lot more festive rookie to get out of our system before Christmas.
Did I mention about the online auction?
That was last night.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, do us a favor, though. Speaking of online, find us on YouTube. That's right. You can search Garage Logic on YouTube, where
Or not.
or not,
What
or no.
door do you get in to get a ticket?
Oh, God. Where you can watch the show each
Where'd
and
you
every
go in?
single day, starting
Main
right
door?
around noon. You can also see full segments, video shorts,
Selby.
behind-the-scenes footage, and you can also search for us on all of our social media channels, which includes Facebook, Instagram, and X. And sign up for the Daily Logician. Oh, my God. GarageLogic.com. Have a good weekend, GLers.
Got it. Ah.
So hit stop and then hit end YouTube here, Gabe.